Do you have an inflatable boat which is not used in winter season? What if I say that an unusual boat in winter can replace a snowmobile, motor sled or any other kind of winter transport? Now we are going to turn it into a real winter beast with this special air kit. It takes just few minutes to install the kit on your boat, and you meantime make some tea and get comfortable, my friends, cause everything is ready now. It's time to move, let's go! Hi there, as usually it's me, just a voiceover, you're watching Review Machines, and here my friends and me are going to show you another exciting piece of machinery. As you may have already seen, today we have for review a versatile air kit that can be installed on boards and sleds. As a result, we can make a real airboat or air sled with this kit. An air sled it's only a winter transport, but airboat is more versatile and it can be used in any season. Today we are going to find out what actually these machines can do, what are their pros and cons. We will review the construction and make some practical tests. And first of all, let's look how it's made. As I said, our kit is suitable almost for any big inflatable boat for 3 or 4 people, equipped with a transom for an engine. The only thing we have to do is to make a special plastic armor for bottom. This is how it looks. The air kit is mounted on a transom, like a regular engine. The weight of the kit is about 80 kilos, so it requires at least 2 people to install it. After we mounted it, we have to adjust the propeller and the tilt. Let's look closer at the kit. It has the simplest construction and it can be even hammer-made. We took an usual Chinese engine from a lawnmower 20 HP power. It drives the propeller with a belt. This is a gear to adjust the belt tension. The diameter of the propeller should be from 1200 to 1500 mm. All the maneuvers are done like on a regular motorboat. There is just a throttle on the handle, that's all. And then we have an electric starter here. Well, my friends, frankly speaking, I've never tried to ride on an airboat before, and I am looking forward to try it now. Let's go! You know, guys, the first impressions are quite peculiar. Generally speaking, the impressions are very similar to those when I tried to drive a hoverboat. First of all, you notice a huge inertia. It takes some time to start moving, but when you gain acceleration, the performance of the vehicle is really impressive. But you should always remember of an inertia, especially when you have to stop. Actually, there are no any brakes at all. To stop moving, you should turn around the boat. But when you get the feel of the machine, you start enjoying the process. And the process really can provide you a lot of fun. It's like to move on a motorboat at a high speed, not on water, but on snow. By the way, as we can remember, the air kit is suitable not only for boats, but also for sleds. We took a regular sled for a snowmobile, but it can't be any other, including a hammer-made one. The kit is absolutely the same, but it's mounted hard to the sleds with a special frame. Besides, there is a driver's seat and the steering handle. All the maneuvers are done here with a special air rudder and the lever next to the driver's seat. As we can see, the whole construction is also the simplest. And now I want to show you a certain example of using these machines. You know, this winter we have a lot of snow, and as we can see, it's too deep even for a light motor sled. It's getting stuck all the way here. And in these conditions, the airboat looks amazing. It's no matter how deep the snow is. The sled also looks pretty decently here, despite it has less support area than the boat. In this way, we've demonstrated you one of the advantages of these machines, its possibility to move on the deepest snow. Then I should say that possibility to move in deep snow, it's not the only advantage of these machines. In fact, airboat is an all-seasonal transport, but in summer we can move only on water. It can't move on the ground without snow. But it easily goes on any kind of snow and water, no matter how deep it is. Besides, we can move on any ice, no matter how thin it is. Another advantage, it's easy to transport any airboat, you don't need to have a trailer for that. A folded boat and air kit can fit into a trunk of a crossover. Now let's try to check the maximum speed. But you should know that the maximum speed significantly depends on the ground conditions. In loose snow it's minimal, on hard snow and ice it is maximum. We have today quite a loose snow, besides it isn't absolutely flat. There are some roughnesses and snowbanks. But for all that, we managed to achieve pretty impressive speed, 47 km per hour. Speaking about maneuverability, as we can remember, at a high speed it has a significant inertia, and maneuverability is poor. But at a low speed, the airboat is really maneuverable. As we can see, it can turn around on the spot. Now let's see how the air sled performs in these conditions. The air sled also is able to move in deep snow, but it's obvious that it moves here much harder and slower. The supporting area of the sled is less than of the airboat, so it's much more difficult to go through the deep snow. Our sled is cut out for hard snow, and frankly speaking, I like the airboat variant much more. But we should know that the airboat also has some drawbacks. It's a good transport for huge flat areas, like fields and lakes and rivers, but it's not suitable for hills. As we can see, any hill may be a serious obstacle for the airboat, and you should move at a high speed to get it over. Besides, the airboat doesn't like heavy cargoes. It's alright for 2 people, but when we tried with 3 people on board the boat, that was a hard task for it. And the final but significant drawback, it's a noise. It's really noisy, approximately like a light airplane. Despite all these drawbacks, these machines can be really useful. It's a versatile all-seasonal transport, extremely effective for huge flat surfaces. It's possible to move on thin ice and ice holes, so few other vehicles can do that. In this way, it would be so useful for fishermen who love to go fishing on thin spring ice. As we can see, it moves here fast and easily. The only other machine that can show us similar performance, it's a hoverboat, but any hoverboat is much more expensive. And speaking about the prices, I should say it's quite cheap. The air kit, no matter for a boat or sled, costs about $1,500. Let's go today now. Please post your comments, guys, what you think of this air kit. Are you able to build it yourself? Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing the channel if you like this video. Stay with us, there will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.